Alrighty, hello, my friends. Good evening and welcome. How are you all? My name's Scott Harris. If you know me, hello. This is my amazing, talented, kind, and clever wife, the amazing Karina. We live on the Gold Coast. We have been in this wild and crazy business for the next 12 months, and our goal from the next 30 minutes is to chat to you about how you can really start to take control of your own life. I have a traditional business of a bunch of staff and contractors that are spread around the country, and I work all over the place teaching seminars and doing coaching, but we've been involved in this business for over a year now, and it's been phenomenal, excited. I've known about it for 20 years. I know, 20 years, I'm a slow learner. And myself and Karina and some others are going to chat tonight about what this looks like and what it feels like and what it sounds like. So if you're brand new, welcome. If you've been sent this in a recording, equally welcome. And let's kick off by starting about how we got to be involved. Our dear friends, Adam and Kira, who we've known for more than 10 years. They're our dearest and best family friends. We saw them get actively involved in this business 4 years ago. And I'd already known about the business, but I saw Adam and Kira really take this business to a whole new level and did some incredible, extraordinary things. They built a 7-figure business in less than 3 years. I know that's extraordinary. And the foundation upon which they built it was this really amazing program that we have. So rather than me share with you what our incredible health program is, I'm going to get my wife to do that because she's eminently more qualified to do that than I am. So with that, my sweet love, would you be able to share our amazing JBT program and all of the goodies that go with that?
Hi, good evening. Yes, I'm excited to share what the JBT program is. We have this is an example of some of the amazing recipes that we have to support you. And it's all happens through what we call the JBT program. And this whole program is based around the concept of making eating be simple again. We all know that we should eat fruit and veggies, but it gets complicated. We're always reading, exposed to different media that sometimes there's this diet and the paleo way, and then there was the Atkins diet years ago. And the thing that research shows now is diets don't last, because they usually focus on deprivation and what you can't have. And then all of a sudden you get scared. And I don't know about you, if you ever tried a diet, what usually happens when you say you can't have something, it just makes you want to eat it even more. And so here's the thing, we're not looking to have you be so healthy that you miss out on the joy of life. We're looking for health to be easy, either for you or if you're a family person, have it be easy for your family. And with the whole simple principle of just eating real fruit and vegetables. Lots of great recipes here that suit everybody from every walk of life, whether you're, there's a Mexican salad, there's a kale slaw salad, you get to have chocolate and ice cream. Yes, you get to have chocolate. But I guess what I love this as a mama for is I want to have meals be easy. I want to know that they're nutritious, that they support my family, but mostly they have to be delicious or my kids aren't going to eat it. And so there's hundreds of recipes, and it's all supported through this Facebook community where there's thousands of people who are all committed to eating the whole food-based lifestyle. So whether you're vegan, you can tailor it. Whether you're vegetarian, whether you're a meat eater, there are recipes there for every single person to meet you where you're at. And so lots of people committed to just bringing healthy back. And we even have, if you're looking for a cleanse program because you want to gain some lightness, or if you're looking for a juice program, inspiration on how to do shopping, some exercise plans, it's in there. And so how we support you overarchingly around the food philosophy and making recipes and cooking food in your home easy. And then there's the nutritional support. And this is really exciting. Again, for me as an individual, I've been passionate about health for 20 years, but also as a mum, because whilst you see these beautiful coloured capsule lids, this is for the berry blend. We have this as fruit and vegetable blend. Basically, we know that we need to eat fruit and veg. That's what our body needs to thrive, but we're all busy. We want it to be simple. And the challenge is sometimes, I don't know about you, but I don't always make the best healthy choice because I get what's ever convenient. Well, the goal is to bridge the gap and make health be easy for you. And that's through these capsules, because these, by having this, you're having over 20 different fruit, vegetables, and berries that have been picked at the ripeness and dried and put in a capsule. So it's real whole food goodness. And if you're a science person, I'm a bit of a science data geek, there's lots of great evidence from studies all over the world that show by taking Juice Plus, you reduce inflammation. So if you know anything about disease, all forms of disease start with inflammation in the body. So that's the first thing. We know it impacts and helps reduce inflammation. We also know that it helps support a healthy immune system. People who have it have reported stronger nails and hair, better sleep, but it also affects you on a cellular level. And I guess why that's important is many people take lots of different vitamins and things that come in a pill that are strangely colored because they were created in a factory. And the challenge with that is we don't always absorb it because our body doesn't know what to do with it because it's foreign. Whereas we know that when you take these capsules, the research says you actually find these nutrients in your system, meaning they're bioavailable. So that's critical. There's no point eating something if your system isn't going to absorb it. So I guess as a mum, I love that because I know my kids have it. We put it in a shake. We have these amazing shakes also to support you. That's a great nutritional meal that we have here. It's got lots of great protein, a whole bunch of superfoods. We have these in the morning with our Juice Plus. But I guess essentially what we're doing is we're bridging the gap for you. We're trying to make health be easy for you, but with real whole food goodness. And so what's great about that, it's sustainable. It's sustainable for you to stay on the track of being healthy, and it's easy because there's thousands of people who all want to support you on this journey of being healthy. So that's the JBT program.
Awesome. Thank you, my love. Certainly, look, I'm 50 years young. We've got 4 young children. I don't know anybody that doesn't want to be healthier and easier to take food and nutrition in their life. I said I've been taking the product for years now. It's just made a huge difference in my life, and I know a huge difference in lots of people's lives in our program and in the team. And if you're looking to be healthier, certainly it just makes sense to take more fruits, more vegetables, and more berries. They all seem like pretty sensible things to do. So it's not just about health, though. And certainly we might hear some health stories tonight along the way. But I know that certainly in terms of the business, certainly business is important to us. The business side of this can sometimes cause people either some confusion or maybe some concerns. And so let's see if we can get rid of some of those. So I might bring on my friend Jess, who's going to share with you maybe a concern that she had when she first got on board and what she thought about that and how that all looks. So with that, Jess, I'll get you to unmute yourself. Away you go.
Thanks, Scotty. So for me, I was in the car, being invited to have lunch with Scott down at Sushi Train down the road on the Gold Coast. And I leant over to my husband in the car and went, it better not be one of those things, because I was a massive skeptic and I had all these negative opinions about what it could be in this kind of business structure. And even when Scott was telling me about it, I didn't really start listening until he mentioned that Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, and Robert Kiyosaki are all huge fans of this business structure. And at that point, I really had to ask myself, do I know more in the way of making an impact and also creating wealth more than Scott, Tony, Jim, and Robert Kiyosaki? Well, of course not. And I'm always open to learning. So that's when it all started to make sense for me. Excuse me, husband. Sorry, just need to push him out of the way so I can do this. So for me, I was like, it's one of these. It's one of those structures, right? Like a pyramid scheme. Is it a pyramid scheme?
For the last time, no.
I wish that was the last time, but no, it's definitely not. These were made illegal in like the 70s, but let's have a look at Coles, Woolworths, and things of the like. They've always got their checkout chicks down the bottom. There's honestly always one beautiful person there who's smiling and got energy. Her name's usually Lisa. Now, Lisa can unfortunately lose her job with just one tech change. We've seen this with self-serve checkouts, one technological change, and all of a sudden Lisa's standing there waiting to serve someone and everyone's lined up at the self-serve checkouts, unfortunately. But then above you got your self-serve, not your self-serve, your checkout people. Above that, you've got like each department of the store and their managers, and then you've got the managers of all the different stores around Australia, and then you got some directors, and then eventually you have the CEO. I'm sure there's more people in between. But as you can can see there's always less and less people as you go up. Now, for Lisa to get this position, she has to compete with her fellow workers who are probably her friends at this point because she's been working with them. And I've seen this in my own family where they get the position because they have such great work ethics and such hard workers, and then they spend more time in the role and get not much more money. They usually spend more time in the role than it was even advertised because they have such great work ethic and they get given so many responsibilities. So you're continuously trading time for money. And if they get up here again, they got to compete, and usually you have all the stress of the company and it's not even your company. Now, what I see happens, unfortunately, and I saw this recently, is someone was 20 years loyal to their company and they got let go. No warning, didn't know it was coming, just got let go. And that's 20 years they've been building that for someone else, unfortunately. So I don't really like this. You got your competition. You're not really ever Lisa becoming CEO of Coles or West. Just isn't going to happen. What made sense to me is when someone explained that this business, yes, we all start here, but we all have the ability to get to the top. It doesn't matter if you're Scott Harris and you've spoken on stage with Tony Robbins. It doesn't matter if you're someone who's never left your house at all. We all start at the same place and we all have the same opportunity to get to the top. And my favorite part is you cannot get to the top position unless you help others get to the top. So no more of this competing stuff. You actually help others get to the top. So does this business model make sense?
Yes.
Absolutely. And my husband and I have a traditional business. So before we even got into this, it was successful and still is. And for us, the reason that this appealed is in traditional business, it is dog eat dog. It is competition. You are doing it by yourself. You don't have people around you that you get to lift up. And every year you have to work just as hard to get the same results. And I want to be able to be a stay-at-home mom. We're not pregnant, we don't have kids yet, but I want to be able to be a stay-at-home mom. And this has meant the world to me in being able to help other people, whether they're women wanting to travel, whether it's mums wanting to give their kids the best life and themselves the best life. I couldn't afford to have braces when I was little. One, I couldn't pay for it, but neither could my family. And I have people now that I get to raise up. And when they message me to say, guess what, my daughter just got braces, I could afford it. That is just so fulfilling. Like, this isn't just about all the abundance that you can have. It's about what you can help others to have as well, which I freaking love. Is Shane talking about how we get paid? Because that's always fun. Awesome. You're on.
Like, go, Scotty.
Oh, I say, why don't you? I think you've got Shane, a different Shane. You've got Shane launching tonight, I think, haven't you? Why don't you have him come on and share his story?
Sure. So, yeah, we are super excited because we get to launch Shane Withers' business tonight. So, Shane, you just want to wave so Scott and Karina can see you. There we go. So, Shane, tell us, how did Juice Plus come into your life and what are you excited about?
Yeah, so I'm very excited about it. I actually first heard about Juice Plus from Shane and Jess Fozzard, who I had met through their other traditional business, and obviously trusted them, and then started looking into why they would be interested in something like this. Working with others and helping others, and myself trying to stay healthy has always been something very important to me. So when I sort of researched into it, the more I looked into it, bit of skepticism at the start sort of went away, and I really saw the benefits of how great this could be. So I decided to jump right in, and obviously, firstly, getting onto the products, I felt the difference in myself. You know, able to jump out of bed regularly every morning. I've started going back to the gym, which I'd had the intentions of for about 5-6 years, and had never sort of got to it. And also just, yeah, the benefits. I was actually in an Oxfam walk recently, which is 100K walk, and I'd done it previously, and I just started on Juice Plus myself and got through fine. And one of my other team members who actually has Parkinson's disease wasn't able to finish, and I'd been speaking to him about it on the training walks, and he decided to give it a try and couldn't believe the benefits he got from 2 days. He thought it was amazing. He actually went off it for about 3 days just to check, and sort of felt back to right where he was. And this year he did that with us, and where he was unable to finish last year, finished as strong as anything. So just the health benefits I'm seeing for myself and others around me. And you know, it's not like I'm trying to sell anything to anyone. I'm able to help them achieve their best and achieve what's good for them and things they want. So yeah, look, I think it's fantastic. The products obviously work, or this company wouldn't have been around for 25 years. So yeah, look, I've really found it great. I was more using the products myself really to start with, but now, you know, that I have got some family and friends using them as well, and seeing the benefits. I'm now starting to look at the business side, and just from some of the people I've met through it, and the amazing benefits they're getting. We hear of housewives, you know, bring their husbands home from work because their income exceeds what the husband who's out being the breadwinner has been earning. Yeah, look, I see a great future for myself and anyone else that jumps on.
Awesome.
Sorry, Shane and Jesse giving you the pom-poms and the rah-rah, which they
the cheer squad. Thank you.
They do love that. Well, listen, we love that. Certainly the business is an important part for us. It's certainly a part of what significantly attracted Karina and I to this journey that we're on. And I'm excited to share with you as we travel together in this journey some great stories about that. But I thought might bring on some other folks to chat about different parts of the business. I know that Elisa's on the call tonight, and Elisa has got a business share that she'd like to maybe share with us. And then she's got one of her team that are launching their business tonight, so pretty excited. So let me just see if I can find you. Elisa, where'd you go? I lost you. Where are you? Too many people on here. Oh, there you are. I see you. Fantastic.
Awesome.
Business experience.
Yeah, awesome. Well, kind of similar to Scotty, we actually had a mutual friend, Adam. And before the business, I was working about 60, 70 hours a week. I was working opposite shifts to my husband. I was thinking, this is not living, this is not life. And I used to work for Adam, so I actually saw how hard he was working all the time. He was struggling to see his family. He was struggling to run 3 traditional businesses. And then all of a sudden, he had started creating this awesome life on Facebook. And I was watching his journey, and he was traveling all the time. He's actually in the States now. He's going to be in Canada next week. And he was in New Zealand like 2 weeks ago. And I was like, I want that. That sounds good. Adam, what are you doing? Tell me more. Because I wanted to travel more. And then ultimately, same as Jess, I actually want to be a stay-at-home mom. I don't want to have to drop my kids off at daycare and miss those magical moments. I want to be able to, you know, be there for them. And also saw this as an opportunity to help other people and other amazing moms, just like Shannon, who's actually launching her business tonight. She's been an amazing mama. She's really teachable and taking this on, and very passionate about helping others. I'm very excited to launch her business tonight. Shannon, do you want to give us a wave so Scott can spotlight you? Beautiful.
Hey,
so tell us. Nice. So yeah, Shannon, tell us a little bit about what gets you excited about your Juice Plus journey.
So I guess I was trolling through Facebook one night when I was feeding Bobby, and I kind of came across Juice Plus, and I was a bit intrigued. I obviously, one of the biggest things was I wanted to try and see if I could prolong not having to go back to work and spend as much time with my little man and obviously the main man. So, I mean, that was the main driver there for me to step on board, but also I wanted to kind of get involved in the health side of things. So a few years ago, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. So I kind of started investigating my health and I guess what I could do from a diet perspective, and everything that I'd read kind of intrigued me. And being a new mum, I was kind of lacking the, I guess, motivation and time to get all those healthy fruits and vegetables back into my system. So when I came across the capsules, I was rather intrigued by that. So that's when I kind of touched base to find out more information and see what we could do.
Awesome. Well, welcome. And excited for you to launch your business. What are you excited about most with the business?
Really, I'm really excited at the moment with all the recipes that I've been looking at and trialing out over the last probably few days, a week or so. But I'm also really excited just to get other people interested and excited to get their health going again. So I've got friends and family that, you know, I can see it benefiting. So I'm really eager to get that out there and get the word out there.
Love it. I think we all love that. One of the main reasons we do this, obviously, is to be healthy and fit. One of the other reasons, obviously, is the community. I think everyone's talked about that tonight. We love being part of a team and part of a community and part of a chosen family. And it's fair to say one of the other reasons we love to do this is because of the income, because of both the security and the lifestyle that creates. So we've got lots of ways to get paid, which we like. And so I might have Shane jump on and just share with us some of those different ways we can get paid. And we might just chat about the business a little bit and see what impact that can have in your life.
Awesome. Cheers, Scotty. So this is a really cool part of the business. This is how we make money. And I know that back when I was a employee, I was working pretty hard and I thought that was a smart way of earning income. And then I realized that a smarter way to earn an income was to have your own business. And I've been doing that for about 8 years now. And then I saw this business structure and realized this is an even smarter way to do business. And let me explain why. The reason for it is we get paid a number of ways. The first way is we get paid retail profit. And so what that means is we go and find people that want to take their health to the next level. We introduce people to this product and the company, Juice Plus, ships out the product. You don't touch it. You don't have to hang on to any stock. It arrives at the doorstep for the customer. And so they get it. It's nice and convenient for them. It's convenient for you. And so you collect a little bit of retail profit from that. So then what you also do is there's a thing called commission. And that's the second way that we get paid in this business. And so commission is where you start to show other people, or you coach other people, you guide others in how to grow their own business. So you're actually mentoring others and showing them how they can create their own business and they can leverage off your skill set, and you show them how to do that. And so that's where the big money is. The big money is in this, and you start to build a team. You help other people, you lift other people up, and therefore you'll get some additional income coming through from that. It's referred to as the beach money. The reason why they call it the beach money is because eventually your business has a life of its own. So you can be on the beach, chilling out, having a great time, and money is dropping into your bank account. Or if you like the idea of sleeping and waking up in the morning and more money is dropped into your bank account. There's nothing like being on holidays or sleeping and making money still whilst you're having a good time like that. And then finally, the third way we get paid is through bonuses. And if you're in traditional business, if you work for yourself, it's unlikely you pay yourself any bonuses. If you work for somebody else, it's likely that those bonuses aren't being thrown around as much anymore these days. And so the good thing about this business is there are plenty of bonuses up for grabs quite early. It's considered the early money. It's also considered the fun money. So there's like an unspoken rule that with your bonus, you take some of that money and you reward yourself. You reward yourself for the impact that you've had on other people's lives and the fact that, psychologically, you're building your business as well. And so, when I personally started thinking about this business, I was a little bit skeptical at the start. But it made sense. It just made sense around the fact that you get paid three ways. You get to help people change their lives. You get to help people take their health to the next level. And you get to help people live a lifestyle that they can earn a decent income from home in stolen moments. And it's quite cool. So I'm going to throw it back to you then, Scotty.
Cool, buddy. I love it, mate. All of those things we agree with massively. Just before we wrap it up, just share two other thoughts. And that is some of the true concerns that we kind of had. One is, that thought that, I don't want to be, and we certainly didn't want to be that couple that was all salesy and all attacking our friends and family saying, you've got to do Juice Plus, you've got to do Juice Plus. And that's something we were very cautious about and very wary about and very skeptical about. And what we love about this team and the whole system we've built up is that it's none of that. Every single one of you that's on this call tonight would have been elegantly and kindly and very softly just offered the opportunity to take a look at something. And if you're watching this again live, welcome. If you're watching it on video because somebody sent you a link, equally welcome. But certainly the first thing I want to say is we're not selling anything to anybody. We love the products. We love the program. We love the residual income that it creates. We love the bonus money that it creates. And we just love sharing that with people. And so whether we share it on Facebook, whether we share it in good old-fashioned cheek-to-cheek, belly-to-belly handshaking, or whether we share it with our family and friends, we just always do that from a place of just wanting to be uber cool about it and just uber respectful of other people and where they're at, and just sort of trust that if this is interesting for them, then they're going to hear it, and that's kind of it. So that's kind of the first thing. The second thing is that sometimes people say to me, well, this sounds amazing, Scott, but I'm not one of those people that has 500 friends. So I'm going to just push this in front of my wife. I hold on my sweetheart. So just to sort of knock any beliefs out that you may need to have hundreds of friends to do this, I can just kind of explain how this kind of works. It's kind of like, it's a very, very simple model in terms of, so there's up here, there was me. And truth is, I got in this business underneath my wife. My wife got in business first, but I had a friend, as Jess said, and I had Shane and Jess, and they were friends of mine. We went out and had some sushi, and they went and got in the business, and we'd known them for quite a long time from the businesses that we were in and so forth. And they went out, and they had a friend called Emma, and Emma was their friend, and she got involved in the business and did some pretty cool things. And she had a couple of friends, and they all got in the business. And Shane and Jess had some other friends, and they all went off and got in the business as well, which was pretty cool. And I had another friend called Kathy. Kathy was a client of mine, actually, in another business I had. And Kathy really loved the products and loved the experience it gave everybody. And Kathy went out and shared her success story with the products with 70 different customers. Had 70 different customers. She wasn't really here to build a business. She just loved sharing a product. A bit like when you have a great bowl of Thai red curry or you see a great movie, you want to share that with enthusiasm with your family and friends. She was doing the same. And then she started to get into business, and she's really started to build a very significant business now. I had another friend called Sally. And Sally was a friend that I'd known for a long time from some Tony Robbins seminars we'd done. And Sally got involved in the business. And same thing, Sally had a friend and she got involved, and another friend she got involved, and another friend she got involved. And lo and behold, we had this great big huge business. And the only people I knew were Sally and Kathy and Shane and Jess. And the rest of them all just came from other people. So whether you're someone who loves Facebook and social media, whether you're a chatterbug and you love sharing things you love doing, or whether you're someone who just is a bit insular and just likes to keep to themselves and be private and don't really have a Facebook account. I was talking to somebody today who says, well, I don't really have a Facebook account. And I said, well, can you say the following sentence? Can you say, hey, how you going? And we said it jokingly, and he goes, yeah, I can say, how's it going? And so it's just about chatting to people. So I would say this to you. When this first got explained to me economically, strategically, and systematically, it just makes sense. It makes sense to build our residual income. As the world's changing, it makes sense to be able to purchase things using this thing here, to be able to do business and communicate with people in 40 different countries with our services, our products, and our business around the world. It just makes sense to build a business and a lifestyle that allows you to be home with your small children or your children that are coming or your old children, if that's the stage of life you're at. And it just makes sense to do things differently in the 21st century. And so if you're watching this, I would just say, look, if anything we've shared tonight has spoken to you in any way, shape or form, where you've got even a little bit of interest, I would reach out to the person who sent you this link or the person who invited you to this call tonight and say, hey, I think I'm interested. Can you tell me more about the program? Can you tell me more about the business? Can you tell me more about whatever it is that you need to make a decision about moving forward? And I promise you, owning your own life, which is the purpose of this call, is within easy grasp of every single one of us on the call. So with that, anything else to add, my love?
Get your questions answered. I know I hesitated for a while, but get your questions answered. Because if it's not this, then what?
Yeah, that's a great question. If not this, what? Certainly, we've all done the thing where you work 50, 60, 70 hours. Everyone's done that. Everyone's got their degrees. Everyone's done their businesses. We've all worked really hard. And in the 21st century, that just doesn't work anymore. So with that, thank you, everybody who shared tonight. Congratulations to those that launched their businesses tonight. Thanks for all those who shared tonight. Congratulations. We wish you great success, and we'll talk to you all soon. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye for now.